Want to learn 4 ways to improve your brand as a Christian entrepreneur? Well, sis, grab your pen and paper because in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 ways that you can improve your brand online as a Christian entrepreneur. It's your girl, Stephanie Rodness, founder and CEO of Godlywood. It's an online website that connects women of Christ with the resources they need to step into their God-given purpose as Christian entrepreneurs. So if that's you, make sure you check out Godlywood. Use discount code YouTube at checkout to get 10% off your order. And if you are ready to learn 4 ways that you can improve your brand online as a Christian entrepreneur, grab your pen and paper. You're gonna love these tips. So step number 1 is getting really clear on your brand colors. Your brand colors. One of the biggest mistakes that we make as online entrepreneurs when we're starting out is not getting clear on what our brand actually looks like. You notice here at Godlywood Girl, if you look around, you see a lot of pink. That's on purpose because just like in real life, when you recognize somebody in a crowd based off of their physical description, it's the same way with your brand online. You want people to recognize you based on the colors, the design aesthetic that you use with your brand. I do a lot of Instagram audits here at Godlywood Girl, and one of the things that I find the most is that on social media, a lot of my girls, they just use all these random colors on their feeds, on their channels, on their Pinterest accounts, on their Facebook ads, even on their products. So there's no way to clearly distinguish that brand from everybody else's. So in order to fix this, you want to just settle on 3 or 4 brand colors that you can use for all of your content. And I mean your Instagram content, your Facebook ads, your products and services, even the design aesthetic of your own YouTube videos. You want to make sure that everything is in sync with that brand color. I have something called a brand board, and it has the exact color codes of every single one of my brand colors, which is black, white, pink, and gray. That is the brand aesthetic for Godlywood Girl. And so I know exactly what those brand color codes are. And if I hire a graphic designer to produce content for me, I give her my brand color code so she knows exactly how to design them. And this way, when you're like scrolling through on social media and you see a Godlywood Girl image, you know it's a Godlywood Girl image because I use the same consistent branding colors. The second way that you can improve your brand as an online Christian entrepreneur is by choosing your brand fonts. Fonts are the typefaces that you use when you're writing something in your business. So for example, this is a font, right? Whatever you put on your graphics, that's a font. The fonts that you use on the titles of your books or your book cover designs or your course designs, those are all fonts. If you teach PowerPoint presentations, the fonts that you choose to present your content, those are all fonts. And I know sometimes you want to just use any font possible, right? We're just like, I don't really care what the font is. I'm just going to use anything. You don't want to do that. Fonts are another way that you're able to really stand out from other brands. If you're always using the same 3 or 4 fonts in your business, then oftentimes when people are scrolling through social media, they'll come to recognize that font and have it associated with you. So choose 3 or 4 fonts that you use primarily in your business and stick to those fonts. The third way that you can improve your brand as a Christian entrepreneur online is your brand tone. Now, tone really refers to the way that you make somebody feel, right? That's how I consider brand tone. It's how somebody leaves feeling or how somebody is feeling after they leave my content, my webinar, my Instagram post, my Facebook ad, my product. And so here at Godlywood Girl, my brand tone is very inspirational. I want you to leave feeling inspired, knowing that you can do this thing that God purposed you to do. It's not impossible. It's possible. You can do this. So if I put out a piece of content, very rarely am I going to go off brand tone because I understand the reason why I'm here, the reason why God put me here, and I want to make sure that everything is cohesive. There's a lot of different brand tones you can have. You can have a brand tone that's educational. So every time somebody interacts with your content, they learn something. Maybe they don't feel inspired, but they got some sort of education, right? It can also be motivational. E.T. Thomas is huge for this. E.T. Thomas is never going to put out a piece of content that makes you feel sad or bad about yourself. He's always going to motivate you with every single one of his pieces of content. Another brand tone, unfortunately, is gossip, right? There's a lot of gossip channels here on YouTube, a lot of channels on Instagram that all they do all day long is just share the latest pieces of gossip, and it is their brand tone. They're not here to educate you. They're not here to entertain you. They're not here to inspire you. They're here to give you the latest gossip, the latest tea. Also, negative brand tones are possible too. So there are some people who create entire YouTube channels just to talk junk about other people, and they have a very negative brand tone, and if they try to put out a positive video, they get no views. But if they put out a negative video, they get tons of views. So you can choose your brand tone based on whatever God is calling you to do. Here at Godlywood Girl, like I said, I like to stick to the inspirational, but there's other brand tones that you can use. Just make sure when you figure out what your brand tone is, stick to it. Don't go off brand tone, and that's another way for you to stand out amongst all the competition. And the last way to really up your brand as a Christian entrepreneur online is your brand style. It's your brand style. This is the aesthetic design you use when you create graphics or put up web pages or create your photos. This is your design aesthetic. And people don't realize that aesthetic can be a way of branding yourself. Here at Godlywood Girl, I like a lot of blocky fonts, a lot of blocky text. If you look at my Instagram feed, you'll see that I love block style graphic design. I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. Other influencers do very like cursive fonts and cursive text and very pretty and muted colors. Other influencers do bright primary colors, bold, red, in your face. Your brand aesthetic is a great way for you to stand out from everybody else. When you choose your design style, though, make sure you stick to it. I have a brand board that I use, and I'm always constantly looking at to see if things are on brand or not. And you can create one for yourself as well. Pinterest is a great place to get inspiration images for the kind of graphic design style that you like. And when you choose it, stick to it, because this is a great way for people to be able to recognize you online. Now, if you want a Christian business toolkit to help you get started with your own Christian business online, grab my free Christian business toolkit by going to purposegift.com/businesskit. The link is in the description box of this video. And if you're like, Steph, I'm tired of doing research, I just want to learn how to build an online business like what you got at Godlywood Girl, come join me in the Godlywood Girl School of Business. It's where I show you how to create your online business using the power of sales funnels and email marketing step by step. You can join me by going to purposelegend.com/school of business. The link is also in the description box of this video. And finally, if you're not subscribed to the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscription button. My goal for this channel is for it to be the #1 resource for every woman of faith who wants to live her greatest purpose for Christ as a Christian entrepreneur. So if that's you, hit that subscription button, and God willing, I'll see you at Godlywood Girl. Hey love, thanks so much for watching this video on my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and click the subscribe button so you can get brand new videos that Godlywood Girl releases. My mission with the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel is for it to empower at least 5 million women of Christ to get unstuck, stop feeling frustrated, and start living God's greatest purpose for their lives. So if you want to join that movement, make sure you click the link below to join me in the Godlywood Girl School of Purpose, where I literally teach you how to start living God's greatest purpose for your life step by step. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.